Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5, where winter is here once again. And in today's video, we are jumping into the festival players to take on this week's Forzathon challenges GYMKHANA 10. Grab 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our festival playlist. We'll also be jumping in and checking out this week's Forzathon shop, the Horizon backstage vote, and we'll be checking out all of this week's festival players rewards and restrictions. So if you happen to be new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's Forzathon challenges. Let's waste no time then, let's jump straight into the weekly Forzathon challenges, GYMKHANA 10, kicking things off with Chapter 1, Guanajuato Run. Own and drive the 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RS RX to start its tyre slaying tour. And here it is, the 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RS RX. Now, unfortunately, this vehicle is not available at the auto show. It's a special vehicle bought in, unlocked throughout the festival playlist. It has recently been given to all players through the message center and the gift tabs within the pause menu. So make sure you check out that if you haven't already and download your 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RX. Like I say, not in the auto show, but gifted to all players fairly recently. Now, the tune that I'm using in today's video is up for download. If you wish to use it, just search for tag Skippy 4631. Share codes for tunes, as always, are in the description and in the comments below. Own and drive then, hop into free roam from any festival site or player house, drive a couple of seconds down the road, and Guanajuato Run complete. And while we're here, we'll just nip around the corner. We'll head on over to Horizon Backstage, check out the vote and check out the shop. First things first then, the Backstage shop. What made it in from last week's vote? The 1992 Galant VR4 and the 1998 FTO GP version R. Two great cars to be added to the Backstage shop. Now for the backstage voting, what do we have this week? The Subaru BRZ22 and the Abarth 124 up against the Toyota GR86 22 and the Mazda MX-5 RF. That is a very, very tough choice. If I had to pick one, which I'm going to have to pick one, I'm going to have to go for that Toyota GR86 and the Mazda MX-5 RF. But that's a very, very close call. Okay, Chapter 1 ticked off the list. On to Chapter 2, Tunnel Vision. Win the Guanajuato Tunnel Run Street Race in the 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RS RX to recreate the start of the amazing GYMKHANA 10. So for this chapter, Chapter 2, we want to get ourselves on over to Guanajuato, the main city in Forza Horizon 5, and the street race we're looking for is on the left-hand side, called Tunnel Run. And it is essentially that, a tunnel run through Guanajuato. So I do have a cheeky blueprint up if you guys want to use it, called Forzathon Chapter 2. Just search for tag Skippy 4631 or use the share code 336159918. Now, as always with the races for the weekly Forzathon challenges, they are not affected by driver hard difficulty. I've already whipped mine on to Tourist because there's no reason to make this any harder than it needs to be, as we do need that win. Here we go then, Tunnel Run through Guanajuato, probably one of my least favourite street races in Forza Horizon 5, but this should be an absolute breeze, as, like I say, the driver tires are on Taurus. We've just got to keep the RSX on the road and get to that finish line in first place. And after a pretty quick sprint through Guanajuato, that is across the line, first place. And once we head back to free roam, Tunnel Vision complete. So with Chapter 2 ticked off as complete, it is on to Chapter 3, Pinata Homage. Smash a donkey Pinata in Guanajuato while driving the 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RS RX to pay homage to the Guanajuato Hoon in GYMKHANA 10. So you're probably wondering where to find a Pinata donkey in Guanajuato. Well, at the finish point of the Tunnel Run Street Race, if you don't move from that position, you can actually see some donkeys lined up on the pavement. If you just drive forward a little bit, give them a bit of a poke, and that is Pinata Homage complete. So there are some Pinata donkeys located at the end of the Tunnel Run Street Race once you get back into free roam. So that's pretty handy that those Pinata donkeys are right there at the end of the Tunnel Run Street Race. But Chapter 3 complete on Chapter 4, Tyre Slayer. Earn an ultimate drift or e-drift skill in Guanajuato while driving the 2016 Hoonigan GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus RSRX for a grand finish to the Guanajuato Tyre Slaying Tour. I'm not going to lie, it's Guanajuato. The streets are tight and the corners are even tighter. No easy place to get this done. I just kept the GYMKHANA 10 Ford Focus in third gear, popped the handbrake to get the car sideways, and then just feathered the throttle to get that ultimate drift skill. And after achieving one ultimate drift skill, that is chapter 4 complete, which in turn completes this week's Forzathon challenges GYMKHANA 10, collecting 160 Forzathon points and 5 points towards our festival playlist. Now let's jump on over and check out this week's Forzathon shop. Nothing too special in this week's Forzathon shop. Obviously, we've got the auto show cars, the Napier Rowton and the G63 AMG 6x6. The Rowton, 550 Forzathon points. The 6x6, 300 Forzathon points. We have one backstage pass for 1,000 Forzathon points, and then vanity items, the navy plaid hoodie and the duck quack car horn, 75 Forzathon points for each of these. And any spare Forzathon points, knocking around and grab yourselves one normal wheel spin for 60 Forzathon points, or one super wheel spin for 150 Forzathon points. Now let's jump back to the playlist and check out this week's rewards and restrictions. Winter dry season ends, 70 points up for grabs in total. For 20 of those points, the Polaris RZR Pro up for grabs. Pretty cool little buggy. Not too many upgrades for that, can't make it too quick, but it's still a pretty cool car to have in game. And then one Horizon backstage pass for 40 points completion. Just a quick skim through the festival player send, switching between the rewards and the restrictions. Alpine A110 car restriction, that's pretty cool. Let's make sure it is an off-road build for this week's online trial. The 2 event labs, going to be grabbing you a Hoonigan F150 and one super wheel spin. Player Games rears its ugly head on the playlist, and then the PR stunts, anything goes. S2 998 for all 3 is your restriction. Again, grabbing super wheel spins. Opel Manta, BMW M3 GTR, very cool car. Homologation Heroes B700 for the restriction for that one. Treasure Hunt makes return, 3 points and 300 Forzathon points up for grab. Reed Ruder's Lion Tank Top up for grabs for the Poster Challenge. Horizon Open challenges, no change on the monthly rivals, just another week to put in your quick lap times. And then onto the DLCs. Mini John Cooper Works B700 is the restriction for Rally Adventure on your PR stunt. And then the Drift Zone Ice Cauldron S2 anything goes on the Hot Wheels DLC. And then you've got your 2 championships in there as well. The Apex Predators t-shirt up for grabs for the Rally Adventure. There we go. The Winter Festival playlist is underway. We have now completed this week's Forzathon challenges. We have 7 points in the bag out of our 70. Make sure you are grabbing the points to grab that Polaris RZR Pro and that one Horizon backstage pass. Any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. Like button, share with a friend, stay safe, and have an awesome day.